Let's take a look now at the three-dimensional coordinate system. We've been working in 2 dimensions. It's time to step it up a little bit and move to 3 dimensions. First of all, to locate a point on the plane, when we're talking about two-dimensional space, all we need to do is first identify a point, 0, 0, which we're going to refer to as the origin, and then we only need 2 numbers to identify any point on the plane. So, as you know, if this is my origin, has coordinate 0, 0, then any other point on the plane I can identify with a set of numbers x and y. Well, to locate a point in space, particularly we're talking 3 space now, we first identify the origin and label 3 axes. So again, I'll still have an origin. These 3 axes are obviously called the coordinate axes, which are perpendicular to each other. Once I have these 3 axes perpendicular to each other, we then need 3 numbers, which we typically think of as x, y, and z, to identify any point in space. Now with these axes, I'm thinking of the axes right here heading in this direction as being the positive x-axis, this as being the positive y-axis, and this as being the positive z-axis. Now, any point in space, say something up here, I can then identify as being located at x, y, and z. Now right away you may be looking at this thinking, wait a minute, isn't x going the wrong direction? We're used to thinking about x heading in this direction and y heading up in this direction. Well, it's not heading in the wrong direction. This is correct. The reason being is that the direction of the z-axis is determined by what we refer to as the right-hand rule. And the idea behind the right-hand rule is if you extend your hand out, like you go shake somebody's hand, then bend your fingertips to the left. This is your right hand I'm talking about, obviously. Bend your fingertips to the left. Where your fingertips point, that's what we're thinking of as being the x-axis. And then coming back to your wrist, going up your arm, that's the y-axis. And then you put your thumb straight up, and your thumb indicates the z-axis. So that's what we refer to as the right-hand rule, and that's what we use to determine the location of our axes.